DP World is an end-to-end solution provider. We call it from factory floor to customer door. So anything that you can imagine in the sphere of supply chain, in the sphere of logistics, is what we envisage in offering to our customer base. I'm Chris Adams. I have had the pleasure of being here now for 8.5 years in Türkiye. I run the operations for DP World in the country, which is ports and terminals, which is logistics. We are in warehousing, we are in freight forwarding. We have a full growing range of activities here in Turkey. And as a group, the DP World Group, I mean, we're operating worldwide. There are 116,000 people in many countries, in many geographies, and we are basically a trade enabler. We deliver logistical solutions to the shippers and receivers of this world. Traditionally, we started our journey as a port operator, and we are Dubai-based, headquartered. We started as a port operator. We've grown that portfolio into 80 different ports worldwide. But recently we've expanded into the logistics sphere. So we're very big in warehousing, we're very big in freight, developing large freight. We have marine solutions. So anything you can think of in terms of logistics is where we operate. Meanwhile, with 116,000 people in 278 and growing number of locations worldwide. So DP World came here with the vision of developing its ports activities, and that's where we started. That's where we still have the bulk of our operations, and we operate 2 ports now under the DP World Evyap brand, one in Yarimja, one in Körfez, very close to each other, in the industrial heart of Turkey. We call it the industrial heart of Turkey. And that's where it started and where we still have, as I said, the majority of our operations. But we've also, in various locations in the country, we have freight forwarding activities, we operate warehouses. So we basically follow the customer in their logistical needs, which is not just ports and terminals anymore. It is really from factory floor to customer door. Whatever we can find solutions for our customers, we will provide solutions for our customers.
Bir kontrol edelim. Iğdır Edirne 55'e geçelim.
Well, the immediate benefits is that we can offer a more tailored solution to our customers. We can handle the cargo where the cargo wants to be handled. So with this combination, we now have 2 million TEU of capacity, and we have a little bit more flexibility of where we handle which ship, which in the end is what gives more flexibility to the customer base as well. So we can, as you have two operations, 2 similar operations, you can, I wouldn't call it play around a little bit, but you can steer it a little bit in a better way so that it's a better solution actually for the customer. The ultra large container vessels today are deployed on the major trade lane, which is Asia to the Mediterranean, Asia to Türkiye directly. Those ships are becoming bigger and bigger. Today we are talking 24,000 TEU ships. I have seen designs of 28,000 TEU ships. So as they become bigger and bigger, you need to have the infrastructure to be able to handle them. And we offer here, through our Körfez and Yarimja facility, we offer on both sides in total 3 berths where we can handle simultaneously 3 of those mega vessels. But it's not just the Asia to Mediterranean trade. it's a cascading effect. So all ships are becoming, as Turkey becomes more and more relevant in trade, more and more is growing in trade, you see more services appearing, more connections appearing, and they are appearing with bigger ships as well. So that's where we come into play. Turkey has always been a promising country. It's well known. It has a large population. It has a young population. I mean, hardworking. There's a lot of potential for production. There's the trend of nearshoring and bring the supply chains, shorter supply chains, bring them closer to the markets. And obviously, as an emerging nation, there is more and more logistical needs. On top of that, you have the infrastructure investments that the government has done over the last few decades that helped and that have made this country a really good base to actually have your operations. We've positioned ourselves in the Kocaeli region because that is the industrial heart of Turkey. There's a lot of automotive industry, there's a lot of steel industry that we are serving. But our ambitions are wider. Our missions are wider than just this region. So we offer solutions pretty much in the entire country. Invest in Turkey. I mean, the first word I would say is happy investor. We have been a happy investor since we came here more than a decade ago now. And we've been connecting quite well with the Invest in Turkey agency in setting up here. We've invested with our partners over $1 billion into Turkey, and we're quite pleased. So that would be a first, happy investor. Two, I would say opportunities for more investments. We are continuously looking at the market, and we see opportunities in Turkey to continue to invest. So future would be my third word. I mean, yes, we will continue to invest. Nexus of the world. I would say first, geography. Turkey its geographic location is sort of putting it in the middle of many relevant markets, and that makes it a nexus in the world anyway. The second one would be infrastructure. In order to be a nexus of the world, you need to be able to accommodate, and you need to be able to handle trade that flows over your or through the country. So that and Turkey has been doing really good things over the past few decades in just making sure that infrastructure is future ready. And three, again, I'm going to use the word history, because Turkey has always been a trading country through its geography, but through history. There's so much history here in Turkey, in many geographies in Turkey, not just Istanbul. There's so much history of it being central to so many trades. We are developing our own software, and anything we do these days is technologically driven, whether it's AI or whether it is creating some sort of transparency. Our customer base, and particularly in our end-to-end solutions, requires transparency. They want to know where the cargo is, at what state it is, which is all technologically driven, right? So we are developing on a corporate level, but also in Turkey, and we're providing our own solutions to the customer base that provide that sort of transparency, that facilitate, that enhance the operations, that make sure that trade flows easier, faster, and in a more transparent way. Digital twin concept is a concept that allows you to simulate and to simulate at all times. You can simulate supply chains, but you can also simulate your own operations, for instance. We could have a digital twin of the port. We are in different development stages on supply chain versus our digital twin on the port side. It's not a project that is dead. It's still very much alive, but it's not fully developed yet. Well, automation is when we entered Turkey back in 2015, we decided to offer the state-of-the-art technology that we have developed together with suppliers in different locations worldwide, but to apply that into a market that has not been used to working with that sort of automation. That means, for instance, that our cranes are operated from our office, not from the cabin underneath the ships. They are operated remotely, remote controlled. We've experimented with remote control yard cranes as well, which is a first within DP World, a first worldwide. And that expertise now sits in Türkiye as well. The new cranes that we've purchased for the Körfez facility, those 3 cranes, will be connected as well, and so we will be able to operate the fleet of cranes from the Yarimja side and the Körfez side in one central room. So irrespective of where the ship is being handled, on either location, we will be able to do that from one office. So there's a lot of technology that we have introduced into these port facilities. This is in general. Whenever a customer needs a solution which is time sensitive, I mean the diversion via the Cape of Good Hope around Africa instead of the Suez Canal adds probably 25 days to do the shipping routes. So for certain customers that need their products faster, you need to find a different solution. So one of the things we've worked out is a rail solution, rail straight from China into Türkiye, and that cut the transit time from as you quoted, 60 days down to 25 days, much to the satisfaction of the customer base. It's complex because you're driving a train through many geographies, and that has its challenges as well. But it did work, and it did work for the satisfaction of the customer. I think the investment that the Turkish government has done into some of the infrastructure helps as well. It's not a solution that is fully scalable. I mean, you can still scale it, but it's not the ultimate solution because it has limited capacity. But it is an alternative solution. And in many trade lanes, you're looking at different solutions. You're looking at, or you go by just a shipping route, or you go multimodal, sometimes shipping combined with train, or you go with train, or you go truck. I mean, just different options at the disposal, but different benefits. The trade flows where trade needs to flow. We have a female participation of 24% and a mission to actually bring that to 30%. Compared to the industry average of only 3%, so we're doing a lot better. We invest quite a bit of energy in actually making sure that the female participation is as high as we possibly can get it. And you will have seen that we have a lot of female truck drivers in a industry which is traditionally very male-oriented. We like the participation of the female, we like the diversity, and it's been really rewarding as well to see so many females in our industrial environment.